Once upon a time, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there stood a quaint village. In the heart of this village, surrounded by towering trees and wildflowers, lay a mysterious garden. This was no ordinary garden, it belonged to the selfish giant. Legend had it that the garden was a magical realm where the seasons danced to the whims of the giant. The giant was, indeed, a selfish creature. He had a massive castle that overlooked the village, and he took great pride in his splendid garden. Yet, he was unwilling to share the beauty of his sanctuary with the children of the village. The entrance to the garden was guarded by a towering wall, and a sign hung on its imposing gates, warning all trespassers to stay away. The village, however, was a dull and desolate place without the laughter and joy of children. The giant, oblivious to the sadness that loomed over the village, reveled in the solitude of his garden. He marveled at the blossoming flowers, the vibrant colors, and the sweet fragrance that enveloped his private haven. One day, winter arrived, covering the village in a blanket of snow. The children shivered in the cold, longing for a place to play and escape the harsh weather. They had nowhere to go, and the joy that once filled the air was replaced by an eerie silence. News of the children's plight reached the ears of a special visitor, a mystical creature known as the Celestia. Celestia had a heart full of kindness and compassion, and she decided to take matters into her own hands. She wandered through the village with all his might, carrying whispers of warmth and hope. As the magic spread through the air, it caught the attention of the selfish giant. Intrigued by the unusual warmth, the giant peeked out of his castle window. To his surprise, he saw the snow melting in the village, revealing patches of green grass beneath. Curiosity got the better of the giant, and he decided to investigate the source of this unexpected change. As the giant approached the gates of his garden, he noticed something extraordinary. A small child, seemingly unaffected by the cold, was playing in the midst of the blossoming flowers. The giant's heart, which had long been cold and selfish, stirred with an unfamiliar emotion, compassion. He rushed toward the child and, with a gentle touch, scooped him up in his enormous hands. The child, unafraid and innocent, looked into the giant's eyes with a warmth that melted the icy barriers around the giant's heart. Overwhelmed by a newfound sense of generosity, the giant decided to open his garden to the children of the village. He tore down the imposing wall and removed the warning sign, inviting the laughter and joy of the children into his once private sanctuary. The news spread like wildfire, and soon the garden echoed with the sounds of children playing, flowers blooming, and birds singing. The giant's garden, once a symbol of selfishness, became a haven of love and shared happiness. As the seasons changed, so did the giant. He learned the true meaning of joy and selflessness from the children who transformed his once isolated world. The village, once desolate, was now a vibrant community where the laughter of children filled the air, and the giant's garden became a symbol of the power of kindness and generosity. And so, the selfish giant's heart, once frozen in selfishness, thawed in the warmth of love, reminding everyone that even the coldest of hearts can bloom with compassion when touched by the magic of generosity and kindness.